Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you were already a subscriber. In today's video, I am going to be doing my March the 2nd daily using some really fun supplies. So I'm trying to kind of limit myself a little bit in this adventure. So if you missed my video yesterday that went up very late and was very tangent-y and super lovely in that, then here's a little update for you. I am going to be filming my dailies for the next few days because I really wanted to document my last week in my current apartment. I am moving apartments. Sorry, we're also going to be sticking down some stickers while I chatter. But yeah, I really wanted to document my last week in this apartment. And I thought the best way to do that would be to do a daily every single day. And that would also really be a nice treat for me to have throughout the day. Sometimes I'm really bad. I'm actually really bad. I could show you guys lots of blank pages back here. I am really far behind in my Hobonichi this year. It's just been a really chaotic year, and I thought this would be a really nice way to give myself a little bit of wind down me time every day. And just let me share my thoughts and have the daily and just sit down and have like a little bit more of a casual style video. I've never done this before where I've filmed my dailies. I tend to do them if I'm like updating from a trip or something like that. Like there's lots of examples over on my channel, but if I've come back from a trip and I have all this ephemera and I really want to talk about how the trip went, then I usually take you through updating my weekly spread, then we do some dailies, then we go into the 5 years. So that's really about the only time that I show my daily pages, or maybe like a Friday off every now and again, but just kind of generic life doesn't show up very often. So I thought this would be really fun. And on Mondays, I really love the idea of doing a currently list. And that was kind of, are you Kristen? Which actually, I didn't know that she was pregnant. She popped up in my feed the other day and I was shocked. I had no idea she was pregnant, and like, she's about to have her baby. Like the next currently she does, she'll have her baby, which was wild. So I used my Agenda 52 book from Hobby Lobby, and I do love these sticker books because you get 2 pages of like almost every sticker page, so you don't kind of have that analysis paralysis of not using the sticker or you're worried you're gonna run out. And there was lots of alphas at the back of this, so I thought that would be really fun to use. I love this sticker book because it's got tons of like just kind of cutout style, very junk journal-y kind of vibes, and I feel like I might pull some of these. I'm not 100% certain if I just want to do that. I did pull out my paint, so I've got water and paints because I actually want to use this currently stamp set to pick my words and things that I'm doing. And then I've also got this really fun sticker book that I picked up off of Amazon, and you actually have to cut out your own stickers from this. So this could be kind of clunky if I choose to go this route, but I think some of the images in here could be really fun, and I've been dying to get into this sticker book. So I think, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to keep it, I don't know, I really liked the idea of it kind of just floating all over the page, but I feel like I'm gonna like kind of miss an update maybe if I do it like that, or not love how it turns out. I don't know. It's always like the fear of the blank page. Okay, so let's start with, is there a reading on here? Okay, good. So I need to kind of roughly map out how much space, because I do really like the idea of doing like a watercolor like swatch and then going back and stamping. So this kind of goes back to what I said in the video yesterday, where I really wanted to do this not in a rushed fashion, but like in the way that I would normally do it. I think I'm just gonna use random inks. I like this whole, I like the pink. And this is like one of my favorite outfits, so I think I really want to lean into this as well. And I just made a very icky brown color. Not on purpose. I think I was gonna do like pinks and purples and then got off on a tangent. So I'm gonna clean my brush. And I know it's kind of annoying because it's like not on screen, but I don't think you need to see me mixing colors to get the gist. And I'll show my paints towards the end because they'll all need to kind of dry. Okay, I want to like play with the colors that are in this. So I'm gonna do just like okay. And I'm gonna let that one be about reading. And so I'm gonna do my swatch, and then we're gonna fill out the space and just leave, I'm just gonna leave that. And I am sorry for the lighting. I'm doing this in my living room instead of on my normal thing. But I wanna put the reading stamp right there on top of that when it dries, which won't be until tomorrow morning. So we'll do that in the morning. And then I want to kind of maybe do like a little sticker situation and talk about it. So let's try the Agenda 52 book first and see if there's anything in here. Kind of in this vein. There we go. I'm gonna do this Je t'aime. Je t'aime. My French is probably terrible. Actually, I know it's probably terrible, so let's not comment on it. Okay, and I am going to put that about here. And I cannot talk and journal at the same time, full disclosure, so give me just a moment. And I will also show you what I'm reading, and I can get my reading journal in case you didn't catch yesterday's video. Okay, so how did I, like, we just got started and I'm already messing up. Gracious me. page did I start at this morning? 2:05. And I'm gonna leave a little space. We're supposed to be reading 3 more chapters tonight, and I do not think I'm gonna get all 3 done tonight. So I'm gonna leave kind of like a phantom number. So 2, 3, I'm gonna kind of put it in there. Okay, so I wanted to write a little bit about the book, so let me grab, okay, because we need another journal in the mix. So I am currently reading this behemoth. It won't even fit in frame. Massive, but it's actually a lot of books in one. It is the quote-unquote first 4 mysteries, which is a crock, because it actually has it's got the first 3 books in here, and then it's got a collection of the short stories, but it's not all the short stories, because I bought this journal for my coworker and I because we really wanted to read all the Hercule Poirot books, and I found this just by that's a whole fun story in of itself that I won't bore you with, but it's got them all in order of publication. So we are reading them in order, of course, and The Affair at Victory Ball is not in that big honking book, and I was like, what are we gonna do? The Jewel Robbery at the Grand Metropolitan is, but it's even out of order, so we're gonna be bouncing all over the place. But we really want to go in order, so we already had to order that. But this is really fun. I picked it up off Amazon. I don't know that I paid that much for it, but we've already finished our first book, and so we've done our journaling, and so I need to write a few things because I did start this yesterday, and we already have a victim, so need to update that after today's daily. And I put the Je t'aime because a lot of French is actually spoken in the book, and it makes me want to learn French again. Not again as in I knew it and forgot it, French as in I wanted to learn it and didn't. So I think it would be really fun to actually learn it. So maybe we can add that to my list of things that I don't have time for but really want to do. I'm sure that's big enough. And like I said, I really just want to play with the colors that are already here and just make this like really just fun and girly. Okay, so for this one, so we've got reading. I also kind of talked a little bit about how I really My love of Paro came from my grandmother, which I talked a little bit about in yesterday's video, so I won't beat the dead horse there. But I love that we're doing this. It's such a nostalgic, comforting thing, that I'm kind of continuing something that I started at a very young age and now through the light of adulthood. So I think that's really lovely. I think, and it just makes me want to call her, and I really had every intention to do that today, and I just kind of ran out of time. I think I want to do playing, because this might be one of the last times I can, I don't know, I might be able to, oh, there's some noise going on outside. Level 46. Now I have to go look, because I did do like a pre-list of some things. You guys, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about like a quieter home situation. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna think about it. Let's see if there's like a gaming or farming type of sticker. Let's look. Sorry, because I know this is probably dangerously out of frame. I kind of don't want it to be pink or red. I like want something kind of in this like blue greenish family. So let's, I don't know why I really like that. Another thing I could look at. See, this is why I was like, I don't want to bring in a bunch of materials. I do really like this overall girl. Oh. This is so many stickers. And I really haven't like looked through this book very much, so it's also that. I do like the loading. I just want something kind of like in a gardening vein.
if you guys are working on something while I'm journaling, like if you're working on your dailies, I would love to know. Personally, I love these kind of videos to have on in the background while I'm journaling, because then it just feels like I'm journaling with friends. Oh, I love this. Maybe that's for in the morning, because I think the blood supermoon is like in the morning. If I go through this whole thing and I don't find something, I'm going to be a little bit perturbed. I just don't see anything that's really fitting like this vibe I have in my head. Which is okay, but kind of irritating. Okay, let's see. I like a lot of these like ephemera-y stickers that are like buttons and hearts and stars, so I might end up doing that. I'm 100% overthinking the heck out of this per usual. I like this, even though it's cardstock. Maybe because it can kind of like tie in over here. And I like that it's also kind of a swatch in its own right. I think I'm gonna go back to like those clear stickers. Just kind of like a little deco situation, just like something. Okay, so back at it. So I am at level 45. Okay, so I am playing Township. I am on level 45 of my 50 goal, and I'm really ready to be done with it. So I am doing this because you can get a massive amount of points with fetch if you are doing like the games. And typically I don't get sucked into things like that, except for the fact that it's really useful to have those points so that I can do like gift cards and fun stuff like that and kind of treat myself a little bit. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything like this again, like do a different game, maybe once I've had like a nice long break. So not only do you have to play the game, but there's like a time frame, and I have like 60 days. I don't know how many days I have left at this point that I can complete it, but I've had a pretty good cadence. And I like the game, but like they also changed a few things. Sorry, I was like thinking, I was hoping that there was a wearing, but there's not, because I'm wearing my favorite outfit today. My favorite outfit is this mesh long sleeve cropped top with my Free People overalls and then these Sam Edelman sandals that I've got. So, and I have this like big chunky Shein pink cardigan that I've been putting on over it, and I've been wearing my Doc Martens that are floral with it, but it's so cute and I love it so much. I really would love to talk about it. Maybe I can put loving, because it is like, I'm loving this outfit. I think I might do that. And I liked the idea of the overall girl in here, even though these are blue. So I'm gonna flip through this book and see if there's a better thing in the blue category while I continue my rant about Township. So really love it, like the game. I was really loving the game, and I'm just getting very tired, to be completely honest. That's really all it's about. I really liked that yellow sticker. Maybe there was something in red though. This is probably why I don't film these pages, because I really take my ever-loving time with this. And now I don't know where the yellow girl went because I can't find her. I feel like a crazy person because I can't find it. Oh, there she is. All right. I'm gonna cut this out, this like yellow gal, and we're gonna just like throw it up there. So I'll work on that while I chitter chatter, because I can at least cut and talk at the same time. So I really liked, and still do, I like the Township game, but they did change a few things about it where it's a little bit like, they definitely want it to be more community-ish than it is. Also, side note, I do love that the cutout that I'm doing is literally next to a can with a flower coming out of it that I very much could have used for the Farmville thing, but I digress. So I don't really love that, because there's like certain challenges, or there's like focuses on like some of the weird side games. So it's like you could probably get way more rewards or do things faster than I'm doing them.
but alas, I don't want to add people. I don't want to go through all of that nonsense. I really just, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time type of situation. So I'm not really like making friends or anything like that in the game. I'm just trying to get through the levels. And I've kind of kept a pretty decent cadence with it, where I was clearing like basically 4 levels in a week. And that's not, honestly, it's not with me. There was definitely some periods of time where I was like playing a little bit too much, and it was a little bit of an escapism type of thing. Like I was not in a healthy place through several of these months, and I was just devoting way too much time to a game and could have been doing crafts and being productive, but everything just really felt super hard and just laying in bed kind of rotting, and it really replaced social media for me. So that was one thing. So I did at least feel good about that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this off to the corner. Blue ink on my little finger. Cool. Love that. Okay, we'll start a little trash pile. I like to do little hearts and underline them. That is a problem. I don't know if it's a problem. That might have been an aggressive way to put that. Okay. So yeah, I described the outfit pretty well. I'm wearing strappy sandals, all that fun stuff. It is literally my favorite outfit. I am not a big fan of outfit repeating when I'm on vacation. And I legitimately repeated this, and it is so comfortable and it is so lovely, and I love the fact because it's cropped, so it shows a little bit of skin, but in like a cheeky way, and I really love that about it. I love that it's just kind of like subtle.
And that's just really fun to me. I think I'm gonna do the green here. I'll probably regret doing those greens so close to like the above, but that's okay. Right. And by doing all the journaling now, I'll know what it was. So, oh, I've got the perfect thing to put here. I don't know that I'm gonna have a sticker that's gonna go with that. And it is kind of like super close to this, so I don't think we're gonna do a sticker. I am trying the new. I really feel like I need to go back through here and underline some things to like even out little sections. I am really ready. If favorite was one word, I would do it. I'm gonna put loved. Okay. The new Dubai. Nothing. Why can't I spell tonight? Okay, and I want to leave a little bit of room here because I haven't actually tried it yet. That is my treat when I get done with this. So we're gonna do that. What time is it also? Okay, so it's like 8 o'clock. So I'll be on the wind down as well shortly. So I'm trying the new Dubai Nothing Bundt Cake. It literally released today. I don't know that much about it. I love the fact that it has chocolate frosting. I haven't seen a lot of them with chocolate frosting. Typically they always have that like white cream cheese frosting, and my mom and I are, we typically get like a bundt cake from like one of the Bundtlets for her birthday, and we eat it at the restaurant. So I'll have our normal in a few weeks, but I'm definitely loving everything Dubai chocolate. I am a very harsh critic, full disclosure. If you want to know the best, in my opinion, the Russell Stover Dubai chocolates, the best, hands down, because it's all about the filling for me. Not gonna lie, if you like a different component of the Dubai, that's on you. But for me, it's all about the filling. From what I've seen, these cakes are not super filled, so I need to temper my expectations, but I want to leave a little bit of room to talk about it and rate it. So we're gonna leave a little bit of room to do that. I think I want to do a purple swatch again, but maybe make it a little bit lighter if I can. I don't know that I'm making it lighter. Okay, we're just gonna play. And it's gonna be Okite. I'm just gonna drop a little bit more into that. It's like a pinky purple. That's a big old swatch. That was a little bit bigger than I anticipated. Okay, so trying that, I am watching. I actually don't know when this movie came out. So if you hear clicking in the background, I am so sorry, because I need to figure out what year this movie came out, and I'm hoping that the streaming service will tell me when it came out and I also this is also why I don't film this, because there's all these like background things going on where I'm like, oh, what's this? And what year did this come out? Okay. The 1974 version of the I'm gonna butcher Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh God, I can't do it. Let's see if I can use the TV like a Google. Perfect. So I'm watching the 1974 version of Murder on the Orient Express, which I actually started yesterday, or like last evening, like as part of like my wind down. And I love the Kenneth Branagh version. I grew up on Poirot, and so when they decided to start doing these remakes, I was super nervous. Oh, I was about to butcher Michelle Pfeiffer's last name. Okay, so we've got P F E. I love Michelle Pfeiffer. She's like one of my favorite Catwoman. Eartha Kitt's up there too. And obviously Halle Berry. The perfect recast for the 17 version. Okay. So I wanted to watch the 2017 version, but it wasn't available for free on a streaming service that I had. So it was what it was, and it was okay. It's not the end of the world. So I was kind of bummed about it, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll rewatch it. I haven't seen it in like 6 million years. So I'll go ahead and just watch it and be okay. And I have been pleasantly surprised that I didn't hate it as much as I did in my youth. I say my youth like I'm old, but I'll be 35 in a few days. So it'll be okay. But I've been enjoying it. And then there's one character named Mrs. Hubbard who is just like so over the top. It's wild. And I love her. The whole cast is comical to watch because this was made in the 70s, and it's with the premise that it's supposed to be taking place in the 1930s. So to see like some of the costuming choices that have been made is also really wild. To also see the similarities between the 2017 and the 1974 version are great. There's lots of it's a really fun thing to do, truthfully. So, yeah, all that to say
It's super fun and I've been enjoying it. So I will be finishing that, and then that's probably all the time I'm gonna have before I need to get in bed and work through my chapters. I wanted to watch a little bit of Stranger Things, but I do not have time for that tonight. What I want to do is I want to find one more little sticker here. I want to leave some room to talk about the Dubai chocolate, and then I'll have like a little bit of room to put probably one, if not two more things. But I think I'm going to do that in the morning because I want to make sure I have enough space to write about what I'm trying at the moment. And then I am not cooking anything. I'm not really making anything. Oh, I know what I actually really want to talk about. So I think I'll have enough. I want to go ahead and try to do the swatch if I can. Let's see what we got. I really would like it to be from this sticker book, but just so that there's a little bit of like smattering, but I don't know that I have like the wherewithal and the patience to go through that. And I love this corner piece idea, like to keep it kind of consistent with that. But I don't. I like all of these like very motivational ones because I feel like that's definitely the vibe. I like all of these keys. That would also be very on theme. I really feel the need to make it like not a phrase. But I kind of feel like it needs to be a phrase. Okay. I'm gonna do the choose happy. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually put it here. And I'm going to if there's more colored stars, that'd be swell. But I don't think that there are. Oh, there's purple. I like the purple. I'm gonna do some stars. Right there, just to kind of like mirror that. And then I'm gonna do the choose happy here. And I'm gonna do a pink.
just do it kind of like here. And it won't be as like, again, this is, if I was not filming this, I would probably, I wanted to do this as authentically as humanly possible, but I'm also trying to operate in some like time frame that's not super egregious to the process. And I think I'm going to keep these sticker books out and try to use them a lot this week, because I bought them ages ago and they were one of those things that I was the most excited about. So we'll finish this up in the morning because we're going to need to go in and like stamp all of our headings. So we're going to have reading, trying, I'm going to put enjoying, which is similar to loving, but I might even put preparing or dreaming. Like, I've got a couple ing words kind of rolling around in my head, but something in that vein, because you guys, if you caught yesterday's video, like after just weeks of legitimate, like just struggles with trying to get this move on track. And I went down to, so the first thing I did today that was kind of a win was that I got Banks's certification application for ESA turned in, which will be a savings towards the apartment, which is great, but on a in a big way. And so that was like such a relief. But then on the other side of that, there was the fact that I came home and I went to the office and I went to tell her about that. And I also needed to ask her about my blinds, if they were going to be considered wear and tear or something that I was going to get charged for, just because it's such a small thing that I can't fix, but I don't know if they can fix. It's a whole thing, but it is going to be wear and tear. So that was another great thing. And I was like, okay, we're moving along. It's like today has not been that bad. I'm okay. And then the final thing to that was that she said that because they had just turned, I had to get this apartment sight unseen basically, and they turned in their keys at the end, over the weekend. Like they would have just gotten the keys back probably Saturday or today, and she was able to do a walkthrough, and she was like, it looks really good. And I was like, oh, someone just shut their door. I'm so sorry. But I caught my breath. I was like, oh, that's such a relief that she's already saying, because she's already seen my apartment, so she knows what my standard is. And I was really worried about that, because some of the tours that I was going on, I was like, oh my God, this is rough. I am spoiled. I lived in my apartment for 5 years. I was the first tenant in this apartment. I'm very spoiled. So I've not trashed it. I take good care of it. I was so nervous, and I'm working so hard to make sure I'm even cleaning it better than it is. And I was like, oh my God, please don't let this apartment be trashed, or let me get some of the stuff that I've seen. And she was like, yeah, do you want to see it? And I looked at her just dumbfounded, like now? She was like, yeah, now. And then it worked out where her coworker was leaving at the same time, so she couldn't take me, so she was able to let me go and on my own. And I got to go in, and all day long, you guys, I just keep thinking about how badly I don't want to bring anxiety and stress into this new home. And that's all I have felt for months now. And I was so worried. And I was like, please let this be okay and nice. And I walked around in there for 10 minutes, and I was just on the phone with Jeff, and I was so calm. It's so lovely. They haven't even been able to work on it yet. So the fact that it looks this nice out the gate, and they still have a week left to do touch-ups, I was so happy. And I just could feel me calming down instantly. I immediately called my bestie and my coworker, who I'm reading all this fun stuff with, and was able to talk about it with her. So whenever we come back in the morning, I am going to fill in what I felt about the Dubai. We're going to do our little stamps, and then I'm going to write a little bit about the apartment situation, because I really feel like choose happy is where I landed. It's been a very stressful thing, but seeing it today to be like, okay,
this was all worth this, and I can't wait to make memories here. And it was so quiet. And the example that I saw was like the flipped layout of this, and I like my layout so much more. I'm so excited. So yeah, it was just a really good day that I really felt like I needed. And there were so many cute inspirational stickers in there, but I feel like Choose Happy is going to be the one that makes the most sense for this. So I will catch you guys in the morning and we'll wrap this up. I'm going to patch the clips together and then I will upload it. Not that you guys need to know all the backdoor process of that. But yeah, that's the vision. I love how this page is coming together. See you in the morning.
Good morning. So our ink is dry and I'm going to be using the Wallflower stamps. I think I got these probably from like scrapbook.com or something. I would just recommend searching like currently stamps. There's so many different ones out there. Okay, so I'm missing my currently stamp. I'm currently missing my currently stamp. That's a mouthful. Okay, so we're going to just start peeling these off. You put them on a clear block and ink of choice. So typically I would use Memento Black, but I can't find mine. Struggles and stripes of moving and packing, people. So I'm going to be using my Distressed Archival ink. It's acid-free, permanent, and waterproof, which is great. I do not recommend stamping this directly onto your journal. I could have centered that better, not the point. Without something as the base. So putting a Tombow swatch down or watercolor, because if not, it will bleed through, but that watercolor gives it like a barrier. So that was a lot of the reason that I did it like this. I also love that this set has some like fun icons. I actually need to look up some of my icons that are similar to that. I would love to do like a version of currently with icons instead of words. I think that could be really fun. Playing. I like how this is looking. Okay. Next, so we've got playing, cooking, eating, drinking, enjoying, reading. I'm gonna have to. There we go. That was not well centered. Because if not, it was gonna like half stamp because this was gonna be on that page, if you're wondering what you're doing. Okay. Also, I'm not great at cleaning my stamps, obviously. I actually did not end up reading. Where's my book? Oh, it's in the bathroom. That's where I put it so I wouldn't forget it before I left for the office, because I'm gonna have to take it with me, which reminds me, I think Jeff and I are gonna be watching Paradise because season 2 started. Okay, watching. Oh, okay, it didn't smudge that badly. I do like how this turned out. I think I keep like feeling weird about this saying Choose Happy. Okay, so enjoying, loving, dreaming, preparing, considering. I want to use enjoying because I have really been enjoying this outfit. And I think that's a little, I think I originally wrote like wearing when I was doing the list at the office, but I think enjoying is more logical. And then for talking about the apartment, I really think dreaming or preparing, maybe even planning, I like dreaming. Even though dreaming right now means I'm having really weird dreams. Actually, I'm gonna do preparing. This is not a life or death situation, and I don't know why I'm making it a whole situation, but I am. Okay, so, and the reason I like preparing and then the choose happy, see, I had to like push harder because that like, I didn't center it very well. Okay, so I like the idea of writing preparing because I feel like up until this point, I've really been like preparing for like worst case scenarios because that literally just seemed to be what was happening. Like everything just was a problem. Everything has just been like a whole ordeal. And to have that just like, I talked about this a little bit, I think in the clip last night, where I was just like really stressed out, thinking the worst because everything had kind of been clunky and the worst. And like I said, some of the, like when I saw the first A2, which is like one notch above mine, it kind of looked a little worn. And then when I saw the A3 example, that was even more worn. And I was like, the realization that the property has been around for a while and that, you know, obviously there was going to be wear and tear. I just like had higher expectations for the property owners to maintain things. And I was like really worried because aesthetically I would like my home not to look beat up and have to call maintenance a whole bunch. So I was just like really nervous. Like, was I going to bring all this negativity into this place? So the fact that like I can now like prepare and dream and really see things in places was just really a nice way to end off the day. Okay, so let's do some journaling to wrap up this spread and I will stop yapping. I'm gonna put a sticker book or two down here for my hand to rest on as I like, oh, I gotta be careful not to smudge that. If my hair gets in the way, I'm sorry. Okay, so trying. So I'm gonna rate this 2 out of 5 stars. And then we'll talk about it. Okay, so quick little blurb about that is, so I tried the Dubai cake and I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5. The cake was moist, the frosting was great. I loved trying a chocolate on chocolate theme from them. I do love Nothing Bundt cakes. I think they're phenomenal. What I didn't love is there was maybe at best, like I don't even think there was like maybe a tablespoon worth of filling in there. And for a cake of that size, like it was a buntlet, that's not enough. Like
there's a tablespoon size amount in the Russell Stover bites that I love to high heaven. So, reigning champ is still the crumble brownie for me. I will tell you that if you've tried it before and like been on the fence about it, because I'm sure they'll bring it back again at some point, but leave it out on your counter. Like, let it get soft, because then it's just like this smooshy, gushy, delicious bite. Because the first time I had it, I wasn't all about it because I kept it in my fridge, and it was like very like hard layer. So, pro tip there. Preparing. Okay, and obviously I already talked about that. The only thing about this page that I don't super love is like that transition over, but that's okay. I don't hate it. I do really enjoy this page as a whole. I think it turned out very cute and really hits all the high points of the day. I love doing currently lists on Mondays. Again, that was like a scrapbooking thing, that Project Life thing that people were doing. And I've just always kind of tried to carry it over to my journaling life when I can, because it makes it super convenient when you're going back to do your Project Life that you have those fun things. If you don't have a lot of photos, you at least kind of have a list of what's going on. So there's some like little crossover tips for you guys. But that will do it for this daily. And again, for transparency purposes, it's Tuesday morning. So I like leaving that little bit of space. I'm not hard and fast rules on getting it done the day of. If anything, I do feel like it's great to have a little bit of space. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to more dailies with you guys this week. Until tomorrow, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye.